Hi Internet, welcome to the Troyan YouTube channel. It is Thin Lizzy Thursday, and this week is the random song. I have no idea what track we're going to be listening to today, so I'm going to pull up some music while we figure out what Thin Lizzy song we're going to do, and I mentioned My Chemical Romance in the last week's video, so I'm going to play a little MCR. So what's interesting about this band is that I really hated them in high school. I didn't like how moody and depressed all my peers were, and how they all listened to emo and cut themselves and talk about how terrible their lives were when this was pre-2008 financial collapse. So millennials looked like they were going to have a pretty easy ride. It's coming off the Clinton era, the economy was doing well, obviously 9/11 and the Iraq war and the entire Bush years of just making the country kind of go in the opposite direction of where it should have gone, where it looked like we were going up and up and up and up, and then just the Bush presidency almost completely destroyed the future for my generation. And then the 2008 financial collapse. But at the time, it looked like the future was going to be bright, and we were just going through a rough patch in terms of the United States. But in general, people hadn't lost their life savings yet. The economy hadn't collapsed. Things looked like it was going to be fine. Just okay, this current administration is kind of crazy, but the world hasn't gone to complete shit. And then, right as Bush, goes out the door, the complete financial collapse, and then my entire generation was pretty much screwed for the rest of our lives. And anyway, so the point is, when people were listening to emo in high school, I thought, guys, you don't really have that much to complain about. Things are fine. But looking back on emo, it's the hair metal of that generation, and that you had a bunch of dudes wearing makeup and being kind of androgynous with great soaring vocals, ripping guitar solos, and very focused on melody, and a lot of musicians being snobbish and not taking them seriously because oh, these guys are a joke, they're silly. Yes, and it's extremely fun. In retrospect, didn't realize how fun emo is. I sort of laugh at it, but I also love it. So anyway, we're going to listen to some emo while we figure out what Thin Lizzy song we're going to do today. Man, I was so wrong about this band. This band was so freaking great. Oh, man. Yeah, emo was so rad. And when you really think about it, was emo the last big form of rock in America? I can't think of what the next big rock trend would have been after this, because I think after this this was sort of the finale of death before rock and roll finally died, and then it's pretty much all the rap, hip hop, and pop. Like I can't think of any like big trends in rock music. Like you had grunge and you had punk and you had hair metal and you had all these different like scenes of music. And this seemed like it was the last scene. And I think it's sort of appropriate, like the one that's all just about like really like melodrama and death, but like in a silly way, is like the death of rock and roll's emo. Like that is, freaking hilarious in retrospect. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll finish this up before we get to Thin Lizzy.
Me. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. When I'm not okay, I'm really not okay. I'm not
All right, so now that we've moved from emo, we're going to be doing a tribute to Sandy Denny, done by Phil Lynott and who is the other person? Clan Adair, who I do not know. I was reading the Wikipedia article for Sandy Denny, so looks like a musician that I had never heard of really before. So I'm guessing it was one of those ones that didn't really cross the pond in terms of popularity, much like Thin Lizzy didn't really have the same success in America that they did overseas. And, that's... So just because I haven't heard of Sandy Denny doesn't mean that Sandy Denny, doesn't necessarily have great music. I'm just unfamiliar with it. There are so many great acts that are huge in, the UK that are just complete unknowns here. Like, the average Yankee doesn't know Rory Gallagher at all. They're like so many great bands. So, but it looks like a folk singer that tragically died, and it looks like this is a tribute song. So I don't really know much about this. I think this is the one of the ones where I discovered it, added it to the list, and intentionally didn't listen to it so we could get an authentic reaction. So yeah, let's check it out.
Why'd you have to leave, oh Sandy? I never did believe, oh Sandy. Is there more to life than this, oh Sandy? You are sadly missed.
All right, so I think we got a lost classic here. Wow, this is tremendous. I mean, you've got really great vocals from Phil. I love the instrumentation. It's very extremely Irish and folky and just so like stunningly beautiful, and just it feels very like authentic and sincere at the heart of Phil's Celtic soul. It's just yeah, this is great. I love this.
down like a fool, been let down. Oh, Sandy, Sandy, why'd you have to go? Oh, Sandy, how little do we know? Oh, Sandy, is there more to life than this? Oh, Sandy, I reminisce.
All right, so yeah, this is really great stuff. So I guess Clan Adair, which there's different spellings of depending on where you're going, which is wonderful. It looks like they're like a traditional like Irish folk band. So that gives you the authenticity, and it's just it's really great. This is just you feel the sincerity. The melodies are great. The playing is great. It's something that like touches to the core of your soul. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Sandy, Sandy, sail away, like the ships return to the harbor. She'll come back someday. And Sandy, Sandy sails the waves. Oh, Sandy, your songs they sing. They say, Sandy, Sandy, sail away. Oh, Sandy, you must come back someday. And Sandy, oh, Sandy sails the waves. Oh, Sandy, love can see. I'm heartbroken, I'm torn down like a fool and let down. Oh, Sandy, is there more to love than this?
Wow, that was absolutely just a beautiful, beautiful song. I definitely hope this one comes up in the rotation on the playlist because that was just stunningly beautiful. So I guess Sandy Denny was on the Battle of Evermore on Led Zeppelin 4. So did not know that. I guess this is like her big song is I guess Who Knows Where the Time Goes. So I'll get a little taste of that because I want to see, you know, what she's all about.
Across the evening sky, all the birds are leaving, but how can they know it's time for them to go? Before the winter fire still be dreaming. I do not count the time. For who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time goes?
Yeah, that is really great. Yeah, screw it. Let's listen to this together.
Sad deserted shore, your fickle friends are leaving. But then, you know, it's time for them to go.
Man, just the voice, just like I can't remember the last time I've been this moved by a vocalist. I'm just like, wow. Like this is like incredible. Yeah, I'm just kind of I'm kind of amazed.
But I shall still be here. I have no thought of leaving. I have no thought of time. Who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time and I am not alone. While my love is near me, and I know it shall be so. Till it's time to go. So come the storms of winter, and then the birds in spring again. I do not fear the time. For who knows how my love grows, and who knows where the time
Yeah, so wow, that was an absolutely stunning piece. Yeah, that was really really fantastic. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna listen to a little bit of the tribute song again, just as I get into the vibe for the ranking.
Sandy, why'd you have to leave, oh Sandy? I never did believe, oh Sandy. Is there more to life than this, oh Sandy? You are sadly missed.
Yeah, we got an S rank song. This is a lost classic. This is it's a stunningly beautiful piece to an artist who made stunningly beautiful music. Obviously, the fact that I didn't know the Led Zeppelin thing shows you like how meh I am on Zeppelin, in that like I listened to them a lot in high school because like if you're a rocker, you kind of have to listen to a lot of Zeppelin in high school. But honestly, over the years, they're a band I never really go back to. Um, like there are certain bands where like I heard a little bit of them in high school, and they were fine, and then I like grew to really love them. Like Genesis. Genesis was a band like I heard a little bit of in high school and thought like, yeah, this is fine, and then later was like, oh man, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. This is so awesome. And then Led Zeppelin has always been like, yeah, it's good. It's good. But it's never all right, I got blown away by like Stairway to Heaven like the first time I heard it, and like the first few times I heard Zeppelin, but they didn't stick with me the way other bands did. So I maybe should go back listen to some Zeppelin. But yeah, this is a great track. Stick around for the audience vote that should be out now. So make sure you vote in the poll for next week's song. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good one. Bye everyone.